What's up everybody, Jimmy here with another video. And before anything else, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, that's been supporting me in one way or the other. The channel has been doing pretty good in the past couple days, so I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate y'all for all the support. So in today's video, we're going to be replicating the look that I did in my previous video where I shared how I color graded a music video that I recently did. And I had a lot of people asking me to show how I color graded the music video. I use DaVinci Resolve for most of my color grades, but I know that a lot of people still use Premiere Pro. So in today's video, I'm gonna try to replicate that look using Premiere Pro. And like I always say, I am no color grading professional. Whatever I do here is just basically what I do on my daily basis on my projects. So if you see me make any mistakes, just be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to work on it in my next video. So let's just dive right into it. So I shot this with my camera, which is the Sony a7S III, and I shot in S-Log3. I think my frame rate was set to 60 frames per second and my shutter speed was set to 120. So I have my clip imported here. So this I'm going to be using a LUT here, so you can download the LUT in the description below for free and just follow along with the tutorial. Sadly, I can't give out the video because I don't own the rights to the video. So I'm just gonna put the LUT so you can download the LUT and probably just try it with your clips and just follow along with the tutorial. So I have this scene right here. So I'm gonna use this as my hero frame. So the first thing I like to do when I'm color grading with Premiere Pro is I use adjustment layers to do my color grade. So I'm just gonna come here to a new item and new adjustment layer. And I'm gonna just hit OK, and then it's gonna create an adjustment layer. Then I'll just drag and drop over my clip, and then I just extend it. With my adjustment layer selected, I'm gonna come to my creative tab here. And then I'm gonna browse to where my LUT is. So I'm gonna put the LUT in the description. So just look for a link in the description and download the LUT and just follow along with the tutorial. So first things, so if you don't like the way a LUT looks, you can always just come here and just adjust the intensity of the LUT. You can adjust the intensity, but I'm gonna leave it at 100 right here. So after doing this, I'm just gonna come to my basic color correction. Like I always say, color grading is more like solving problems. So looking at this clip right here, we see a lot of problems here. The first problem that is very prominent here is the clip is overexposed. So we're gonna solve problems one by one until we get to the final look that we wanna get to. So let's start by fixing the exposure here. So I'm just gonna come here in my exposure and let's just reduce the exposure to say somewhere around I think minus 0.8 here is good on my exposure. And then I'm gonna increase my contrast to say somewhere around 40, let's see. So I like to push it all the way and then kind of like push it back just to see what it gives me. But I think I liked it when it was at 40, 44 here. And then my highlights, I'm just basically gonna reduce my highlights here to somewhere around here. And then my shadows, I'm gonna reduce my shadows to somewhere around here. And then I'm gonna increase my whites to somewhere around here. And then I'm just gonna let my blacks be here. So by just doing that, this is what came from here to here, here to here, just by importing the LUT and then just adjusting the exposure and just basic color correction. So basically that's it for like the basic color correction. So we have the clip here. So this is before and the after. Before and the after, we see a very big difference here. So looking at the clip, I see that it's, I feel like it's too warm. So I'm gonna just reduce the temperature a little bit here. So I'm gonna reduce the temperature somewhere around 20 here. And then there's a lot of green there, so I'm just gonna reduce the green. So I'm just gonna pull it towards magenta a little bit here say somewhere around here. I think I like it here. So this is before. So when we imported the LUT, this is what we had. Then after the basic color correction, adjusting the exposure, color temperature, this is what we have now. So you see a very big difference. Sometimes when you import a LUT, it doesn't just work directly with your clip, because when the person who made the LUT was doing the LUT, he didn't make the LUT with exactly your clip. So you have to adjust the clip to fit the LUT. So that's what we're doing right here. And now that we have that done here, things are going pretty good. So I'm just gonna come to my curves here. So we're just trying to create some more contrast here. So I'm just gonna come here in my middle point here, and I'll create one point here, and then I'm just gonna pull this here down a little bit, not a lot. So I'm just still trying to create more contrast in the shot here. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit, and here. So this is before, the after, before, after, before, after. So it's still just trying to create some more contrast in the shot here. So now that that's done, so from here on, we're just trying to get to the look of the video. So I'm just gonna come back to my creative here. No, actually, I'm gonna come back to my creatives here, and then what I like to do is I'm gonna increase my vibrance here to somewhere around here, and then I'm going to reduce my saturation here a little bit to say somewhere around 90 is good. I don't like to, or kind of like, I feel like when colors are too, say, saturated, it gives a kind of, I don't know. So I like to keep my colors a little bit under saturated, just a little bit, not too much. So so we just did that, and then here we're gonna play around with the shadow, with the tints of the shadows and the highlights. So I'm just gonna pull this towards magenta a little bit here, not too much, and then here I'm gonna do the opposite here. I'm gonna pull this towards the greens a little bit here. Not a big difference, but just subtle differences here. So we're done with that, and now I'm gonna do my color wheels and match here. So I'm just gonna play with these tools right here. My color wheels and match. So I want to create some more contrast here first of all. So I'm gonna say reduce this right here, and then in my midtones probably lift that up a little bit. In my highlights, actually I'm gonna increase my highlights and then reduce the midtones right here. So this is before, after, before, after. So still trying to create some more saturation here. So now let's deal with the colors here. I'm gonna basically just pull my shadows, basically like towards the blues a little bit. Pull my shadows down here a little bit. I think that's okay. And in my midtones, I'm gonna put my midtones towards the yellows a little bit here. I don't know if you see the difference there. I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna put that right there, and then my highlights. I'm gonna just put my highlights towards the reds a little bit up there. I feel like that's it. So this is before and the after. Before, after, before, after. So I created a little bit of saturation there, and then some more contrast again in the shot. I feel like we're really getting the look right there. We're getting close to the look. Now, I feel like we need to create her dress right here. When I was doing the music video, I really wanted her red dress to stand out. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go back to my curves here, and I'm gonna go to my my hue saturation curves here, and I'm gonna come to my hue versus sat here. I'm gonna just click that and just select her dress right there. And what I want to do is basically just increase the saturation of our red dress there. So I'm just going to pull this up a little bit there. So before, after of our dress right there. But I feel like the reds are a little bit bright there. So I'm going to come to my hue versus luma here. and I'm gonna select the red dress, and I'm gonna pull it down to kind of give it like a dark rich red kind of look. So I'm gonna pull that down there. So you see how much of a difference that makes right there. So before, after, before, after. So the saturation of the dress basically just adds some like how will I put it, some, it adds rich feel. It just gives the great like rich feelings. So this is before the curves and after the curves, before the curves and after the curves. So I think basically that's the look right there. So we came from here to here, here to here. If I go here, this is before and the after, before, after. So let's do step by step. So we first of all added a lot here. So this is where we came from. So we added a lot in the creative tab here, and then just did some tint corrections here. So that was the first step there. And then we did some basic color correction there. And then we added some curves, and it gave us this. And with the color wheels and match, it gave us that. So this is the before, after, before, and the after. There you go. So that was how I was able to get the look, even though I didn't color grade this with Premiere Pro, but I was just trying to get the same look using Premiere Pro. Thank you for watching. So that was it. I'm gonna link the LUT down below so you can download the LUT and just try it out with your own clips right there. So yeah, I think we got pretty close there. This is before and the after, before, after, before, after. So that was that for today's video, and thank you for watching up until this point. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe because we have a lot more content coming like this to the channel. So yeah, peace out. See you next one.